Hello dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla'S. As always guys, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, I encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. For personal readings, all that information can be found down below in the description. Now, we have a Gemini Cancer Cusp, and I'm just double checking to make sure. There is this energy, like literally like being on your tippy toes, trying to reach for something. So when, okay, let's put it this way, like if you put something like in a top shelf or something and you're trying to reach it, sometimes you have to get on your tippy toes just to get it, right? So it does take like a little extra work, right? And it does take a little strain on your calves or whatever, you know. It is what it is, you know. You're stretching and you're expanding, and that's kind of like the energy that I'm picking up for you guys. You guys are expanding in an area of your life. Now for some of you this is going to be financially. For a lot of you this is more of a spiritual growth, right? This is spiritual this is spiritual work that you have put in, right? Or that you are currently putting in, and you're feeling the expansion within yourself, right? Within your consciousness, let's put it that way. There is a sense here of wanting more or wanting to go for more. So you're stretching yourself in the sense of trying to accomplish more, whether that is spiritually, whether that's financially, whether that's physically, like with workouts or whatever it is. You're pushing for more. There is a very which is very weird, that I'm picking it up with you guys, but there is this very grounding type of energy of being very calculated with the steps that you're taking. And it's weird because it's kind of like you feel it or you sense it, but you still want to have the backup information of it, if that makes any sense. So it's like if you feel or you sense something, right, it automatically leads you or sends you down this road of like getting as much information as you freaking possibly can. So it is kind of like this balancing act, right? Not so much about what it is that you're feeling or what you're sensing or what downloads or whatever it is that you're getting, but it's also about like, okay, I need to know the roots or the origin of this. So it's a very beautiful time for you guys when it comes to learning and expanding. So again, when we are stretching or when we are expanding in any way, there is always this combination of learning, right? So if you're working out and you're expanding into like other things, maybe you were more of a weightlifter, now you want to do some cardio, you want to do some yoga. There is an expansion because you're collecting more knowledge, you're doing more things, right? Same thing when you go to school, when you're at work, right? If you were just a manager, now you're going to be a supervisor. You're growing, you're expanding, but there's more to learn within the new position. So that's kind of like what it is this week. The only thing is that I'm going to say is be very careful this week that you do not talk yourself out of anything, because you're on a very let's put it this way. You may have been on a steady, slow lane doing this, right? Or line, whatever the heck you want to call it. And it's going to start picking up, right? And the picking up of something, that energy of something moving fast forward or moving very fast, can sometimes hinder you in the sense that you may think that you're not capable, or you may think that you're taking too much, or that it's going by too fast. So that is really the only challenge that I see for you guys this week. I do honestly, like, your week looks pretty good. Whatever it is that you are touching or that you are engaging in just seems to kind of flourish. It just seems to kind of take off. So any ideas or any plans that you may have had, and that you may have, or certain goals or whatever that you may have had written down a while ago and had not and let's say you haven't implemented them, meaning you haven't taken any actions or anything like that, then this is the perfect time for you to go ahead and do so, because the expansion or the energy of expansions around you this week is beautiful, and it's really going to allow you to reach and get what it is that you need, or to get to that level or to that place that you're trying to get. Now, for those of you that this has to do with a relationship, there is a sense where where you're being told that it's almost kind of like someone has to meet somebody halfway. Now, whether it is you or the other person, there's somebody that's not reaching, right? There's somebody that is holding back, and the other person is reaching and reaching and reaching, and trying to hold a connection together that, yes, does it have the potential, let's put it this way, for it to be beautiful, for you guys to grow together? Yes, obviously all relationships have that, but the question is, if one of you is unwilling or unwanting at the moment to actually work on that relationship, is it worth to stay in that situation? And my personal opinion is no, but to everybody is going to be different, right? Everybody views relationships in a different way, right? Some people get attached because of time, some people get attached because of children, some people get attached because of finances, or this or that. Now, I'm not saying it in the way that I'm saying it to judge anybody. I'm just saying that that is the reality of it, right? There are people that can disconnect from relationships a lot faster, right? And there are people that need to constantly be in relationships. So if you are in a relationship and you feel like you're the one that's constantly giving, and the person that you're with is not giving anything, then it is time to reevaluate that part of your life. So let's go ahead and let's pull out 3 tarot. We have the 5 of Pumpkins. We have the, what is that? The 9 of Candles in the reverse. And then we have the 10 of candles in the upright. So where is my little paper? You see, I moved it and I don't know where I put it. The pumpkins represent pentacles in this deck, and the candles are wands. So there is a sense of like, you're gonna have to, when it comes to that, and I feel like this is more about the relationship. When it comes to the relationship, you're going to have to make a choice. And you're going to have to decide, because again, the other person is not, there is a sense like somebody is just like, whatever. Like they're not in a space of like wanting to make a decision. So you're going to have to take some time and be really honest with yourself, like brutally honest with yourself, if this is something that you want to continue in. So let's go ahead and let's pull out a love card. Now, for the love energy, this can be the relationship, this can be self-love, or this can be your passion for whatever it is that you are expanding on this for this week. So let's go ahead and see, what do we have? We have past life relationships. So we have, you have known each other before. So for those of you that this has to do with relationship, it's almost kind of like maybe this is the reason why you don't want to let go, because you have known this person, or you've been with this person for so long that it's kind of like, ugh, I really don't want to start over, right? For others of you, this has nothing to do with love. This is about feeling or getting back to that energy where you feel like yourself. It's almost kind of like it may seem like you're rediscovering yourself, when in reality you have always known yourself. It's just sometimes you ignore the inner voice that is coming from within. So let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card as your closing message. Intuition. And number 23, you hold the answers. You know the truth. Ancient ones await behind the doors of the mind. So when we look at this, right, and we're looking at the expansion that you guys are going through, and again, I said, if I believe so, if I'm correct, when I said at the beginning of the reading that this is more, for a lot of you, there's going to be more of a spiritual growth, and then a spiritual expansion, right? Because you're being led that way to become more aware of what it is or where it is that you stand spiritually, to become more aware of where it is that you are giving your energy, what energies you're receiving, where you're receiving them from, etc. But for those of you that this has to do with the relationship that we were talking about, then you have to, you already know the answer. So if you're looking around for someone to tell you, like, just give it 3 days and everything is going to be perfect, then you're lying to yourself and you're fooling yourself, because you already know the answer as to what it is that you have to do. Only you and you alone know what you can handle and what you can live with on a day-to-day basis. Now, again, for some people, they can live with somebody and be more roommates than anything else and not talk to each other and have no connection and this and this and that. Some people can live in households where there's arguments, where there's fighting, where there's this, where there's that, and some people just won't tolerate it because it's not something that they bring to the table. So what it is that you bring to the table versus what it is that the other person is bringing to the table, and is it adding up, or is it time to let go of this? Well, guys, that is all I have for you for this week. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing. Guys, take care. Love you all. Mwah. Bye-bye.